Yo, what up, Wolfpack? This the Blind Wolf, and we back at it again. I'd like to thank everybody that subscribe, like, share, comment on these videos. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. All right, come on, Wolfpack, let's go on this journey. Y'all know I lost my eyesight July 7th, 2007 while I was in prison. Well, I did a lot of research on my particular disability, and then it made me get into the practice of learning more about other disabilities. And as I started learning more about other disabilities, I started learning how some of the people with disabilities are being treated around the world. And we're going to hear a story right now about how some children in the Ivory Coast are being treated as snake children. This is unbelievable. Check this out.
Killing and abuse of children with disabilities are covert phenomena, occurring in some developing regions, such as in some African countries. Similar to the practice of ritual killing of spirit children. In Ghana, the phenomenon of the snake child. In Côte d'Ivoire, known as Ivory Coast, is the ritual abandonment or killing of children with intellectual disability, ID. Method, heading level 3. This study is a qualitative ethnographic investigation into understanding this phenomenon. 3 major questions were of interest. 1. Who are the snake children? 2. How are these children viewed and treated? 3. What are ways of changing negative attitudes towards children with developmental disabilities? Results, heading level 3. The practices of killing, abandonment and abuse of children with disabilities take place in Côte d'Ivoire today, although the extent is not known. Conclusion, heading level 3. Killing and abuse of children with ID are explained within the context of indigenous African religions, animism and folk culture. The concept of disability otherness and inferiority is also explored as a framework for reflection and ethical debate.
Y'all hear that crazy mess? Y'all hear that? Come on, let's go back a little bit.
Conclude the result. 2. Snake children. This study is a qualitative ethnographic snake children. This study is a qualitative ethnographic investigation into understanding this phenomenon. 3 major questions were of interest. 1. Who are the snake children?
First of all, we're not going to ask who are the snake children. First of all, that's not even a question that's up for debate. Anytime 2 parents get together and God allows them to have a baby, this is a child, this is a human being, this is not a snake. So where you get this crazy idea in your mind that you can call somebody a snake just because they don't have the abilities that you have, you're a coward. You're a coward because you're going to take advantage of somebody that you know cannot do anything to defend themselves. I can't stand this in people. This is something that is not open for debate in my eyesight. This is something that is only open for straight up war. Straight up war. And that's exactly what y'all deserve. Y'all deserve people to take y'all to war, just like y'all been taking these little children and doing what y'all doing, drowning them, killing them, doing the most horrific things to these babies. These are babies. They have minds. They have ideas. And the fact that you can actually ask, what are snake children? You need to be slapped in your face for that. You need to be slapped in your face for even coming up with the idea that there is such a thing as a snake child. And this is coming from my heart. I can't stand y'all. And I want you to know that that's coming straight from the Blind Wolf. This next 2 questions.
2. How are these children viewed and treated? 3. What are ways of changing negative attitudes towards snake children?
We're going to stop on this part. How are they viewed and treated? How are they viewed and treated? First of all, why are they viewed and treated any different than anybody else? They got a heart. They got veins. They got blood going through it. They got nose in the same place we have nose, mouth in the same place we have mouth, ears, eyes, eyebrows, hair. They are human beings. So what gives you the right to even come up with these stupid ideas? These are stupid ideas. Let's say this last question again.
2. How are these children viewed and treated? 3. What are ways of changing negative attitudes towards children with developmental disabilities?
That's easy. That's easy. Start smacking the heads off some of these people out here that don't understand that abusing disabled children is not going to be tolerated. And I don't literally mean you go out here with no bat, no brick, or something like that. Nah, this is what we have courts of law for. This is what we have judicial systems across the globe for. And there needs to be a great discussion on doing something to really deter people from the thought of harming a baby, of harming a child. If you can have these thoughts, then you are the one that should be dealing with the most inhumane treatment that society can offer. You are the one that deserves to lay by a river and let the tide come in and drown you. You have no right to take the lives of a baby. No right. Unaliving anyone should be something that is not even easy for people to do. But this is a ritual. This is your way of life. This is how you view what you have been gifted with by God. Because every child that you're given is a gift. Now, how that gift turns out in life is something totally different. But you were gifted with this. The philosopher Epictetus said, God entrusted me with me. God entrusted me with me. So when I sit back and I think about that, I think about the fact that my life means something so great to God that he gave it to me to protect, to enhance, and to not let anything stop me from reaching the goals in life that I want to reach. Whether or not the next person agrees with it or not, this is what I've been placed here to do. No one has the right to take that away from somebody else. No one has the right to sit back and say, well, you can't stand up, you don't deserve to live. You can't read this book, you can't tell what the letters are, you can't, you deserve to die. That is a horrible mindset. That is a horrible mindset. And I sit back and I think about my life in particular, as a person with a disability. Deep down in my heart, all I want to do is be the aggressive man that I've always been growing up. I love to get in little fights. I didn't mind coming home with little bruises here and there. It was fun for me. But I had to relearn how to live all over again as a person with a disability. And believe it or not, even almost 20 years after this has happened to me, I'm still learning how to live as a person with a disability that still has the mindset that thinks like, boy, you can still do some of the stuff that you used to do. You still can do some of that stuff. But deep down in my heart, I really can't. I really can't. And it hurts. It hurts bad. It hurt bad when you can't see your hand in front of your face some days. It hurt bad when you can't see the people that you love get older, get taller, graduate. These things are extremely tough to have to deal with, as a person that was born into this world, being able to see a quarter under a leaf in the rain a block away. I'm talking about I had real good eyesight. Real good. Until it was just clicked off. And there was no return from July 7, 2007 for me. But I still think, as I listen to these stories about these babies that's going through what they're going through, I was a grown man when this happened to me. I was a grown man. So, with all the things that I've been through in life at this point in time, being shot 7 times, my mother passing away, having my closest friends die. Some of them die in front of my face. Having my cousin hold me and talk to me, to keep myself from blanking out when I got shot. All of these things, play a big, role in my life and how I look at things now. When I got shot, it made me, I think, more vicious. I think it made me want to hurt more, as opposed to wanting to throw my dukes up and scrap. I thought to myself, if somebody can shoot me, why should I not return the favor to anybody who feels like they can harm me, feels like they want to harm me, feel like they want what's mine. That was my mindset. And I thank God so much that I've learned the things that I learned. I'm not going to say that I'm grateful and I'm thankful for losing my eyesight and not having the ability to get up and get the job that I want to get, drive a vehicle, something that I miss doing so bad. I used to drive with my knee, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I was nice. I ain't even use my hands. I was using my hands to roll up. I was using my center console held nothing but grass in it for me. Nothing but grass. I ain't had no paperwork, no nothing. I ain't never had no license. Car wasn't never in my name. Most of the time, I'm driving around on bad tags and didn't even care. But these are the choices that I made. And you got people out here taking the opportunity for some of these babies to make the mistakes, make good choices in life, like going to school, getting a great education. These could be some of the people that could come up later on in life and find a cure for some of these things, because these are things that are going on in their life, and it becomes more personal when it's something that's a part of you. Take into consideration, y'all, that we need people out here that's going to stand up for these babies out here. These babies do not deserve to be treated in the fashion and in the manner that they've been treated across this globe. This is a sickening society that can allow these things. So y'all send y'all prayers up for these babies that have lost their lives. Y'all send y'all prayers up for these babies that are out here starving because they in societies where people are just not treating them like they supposed to be hungry. Treating them like they're not supposed to feel pain. It's the stuff that's really going on out here in this world, y'all. Remember, y'all getting this story from the BlindWolf. These are real life things that are happening. My life is a real life story. This stuff is real out here, and we need to be a lot more vigilant for our babies. Stand up, y'all. Be strong. Remember this. And I mean, carry this with y'all. My man Marcus Aurelius say, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. We need happier people out here in this world so we can breed happier people out here in this world so that things can be a lot more family oriented and make this a world community, not just a bunch of segregated areas with a whole bunch of stupid thoughts that are still being carried out when we got so much information and technology out here in the world that can help save a lot more lives. Keep them 5 P's in mind too. Y'all think I forgot about that? No, sir. No, sir. Proper planning prevents poor performance. If we properly plan better for our lives, we're going to properly plan better for our children's lives. And that's facts. That's facts. So get up there, do something. Don't just sit around and be the one to say, well, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray. Prayer without works is dead. So get up and do some work. Get up and do some work. No faith that you have is going to manifest anything unless we get up and show some muscle. We got to show some muscle, y'all. Come on now. We the wolf pack. We in here. We ain't getting ready to stop. You heard me. This that 410 talk. Check me out. We got them yoga classes getting ready to come up. early in the morning. Get these subscribers up, y'all, so we can get this started. We got the workouts coming in the afternoon, weightlifting, calisthenics, hitting that heavy bag, hitting that speed bag, dip ball, pull-up ball, Roman shit. I got all kinds of stuff set up. I got a pit down there for y'all. You heard me. Come on, y'all. Let's get up. Let's make this stuff happen. Wolfpack, we in the building. Stand up for your boys. Stand up for your people. Stand up for your family. Stand up for yourself. And don't ever forget, stand up for these babies and these elderly people out here with these disabilities. Big love, Blind Wolf.
Results.